when I do get flowing and I do get into a rhythm a bit more, I do feel things kind of relax a lot, and I just kind of let my natural game take over, I guess. When I am on 80 or 90 or even closer, I just try to play the same way that I've been playing the entire innings, not change anything too much. I still want to be free, and I still want to play my shots, but obviously just being really careful with my hand at the same time. I think my hardest century was probably my very first one, just the nerves and everything that comes about with it, but I was at home in Barbados as well. So having all my family at the ground, all my friends watching, being at home in such a big occasion, I was definitely very nervous as a young 18-year-old. So I did have to battle through some really tough periods against really good.
Good afternoon and welcome to Saturdays playing field where Windward Islands are taking on Trinidad and Tobago in the first game and the first round of this 50 overs competition West Indies Women Tournament. With me is Stacey Ann Adams. Good afternoon, Stacey Ann, and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Another glorious day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for cricket, start of the Super50 Women's Tournament.
Well, you missed a lot of cricket this morning. Windward Islands, they had their turn at the crease. And with the stats here for you with Stacey, and Stacey, I want to give you an update as to what went on prior to joining us here.
Yeah, we do apologize for that bit of technical difficulty earlier on, but we're here now, up and ready to go. So earlier on, Trinidad and Tobago, they won the toss, decided to have a bowl first. I'll continue after this delivery. Yes, so Trinidad and Tobago won the toss, decided to have a bowl first, and Windward Islands in reply notched up 225 for 7. Janelia Glasgow with the top score of 73 from 88 balls, Afif Fletcher with 61 from 33, and Zayda James 38 from.
So presently at the crease, Trinidad and Tobago have lost just about 3 wickets in reply to that total. And we're basically in the middle of the Trinidad batting already. It's a lovely shot through covers, brilliantly fielded as well. So we have some good cricket on hand. It's a good thing to see the Windward Islands coming back from the T20 tournament and scoring at least 200 plus.
Yeah, a good start for them in this tournament. Of course, you know, in this tournament, the teams are in zones. I'll continue after this delivery. Yeah, the teams are in zones, but so you have 6 teams in a competition, 3 teams per zone. However, each team will play 3 games each, so you will have a bit of intermingling, if I can put it like that. One of the teams will play another team from the other zone. I'll get that information to you shortly. And also, there's also the bonus point system in this, and I'll get that information to you as the match progresses.
Well, at present, Trinidad and Tobago are 23 for 3. 6 overs have been bowled here at Sand Hill. So a really good start here for Windwards in this tournament. 50 overs, 23 for 3. Trinidad and Tobago in reply to Windward's 200 plus. So we have Glasgow. I've picked up 2 wickets thus far. So he's on the leg, whipped off into fine leg. Another run.
Dismissed batters so far are Sunil Sao, Janaba Joseph, and Tamara Ramna. The other wicket went to Karina Noel, who's opening the bowling as well with Janelia Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow having a good game so far. Doing well with the bat and coming back with the ball here for Windward. Pretty important player she is for the Windward Islands team. So we see Mohammed has been called duty pretty early in this game. Senior stateswoman. This is Mohammed versus Glasgow here at Sand Hill. Bright sunshine. Lovely conditions really for cricket. The wicket is playing fairly okay. Few kept low. Not as fast as we're accustomed to see it. Few has kept low so far. But some good cricket being played so far by the Windward Islands team, and they continue to put on the pressure on Trinidad and Tobago team here in the first game.
Yeah, of course, 2 other games on today. Barbados versus the Leeward Islands. Barbados were dismissed for 144. And in the second game, Guyana versus Jamaica. Jamaica was dismissed as they seal a quick single. Jamaica was dismissed for 76 in that other game on today.
A pretty good game on hand here. Trinidad and Tobago not getting the best in the T20 tournament. So did the Windward Islands. Not looking the best either. But 2 teams are here battling for some form.
Yeah, it should be a good contest, and this is really where the game is. These 2 batters out in the middle, experienced. Brittany Cooper has found the middle of her bat so far. Anissa Mohammed was sent out early, really to calm proceedings down. Someone that can play the situation well, and I think that is what her team will expect of her in this phase of the game, along with Brittany Cooper.
This is Glasgow. Also open up the attack for Windward. This one is pulled by Cooper. 2 square leg into the fence for 4. It was short delivery and Cooper pounced on that and pulled it into the fence for 4. So good shot there by Cooper.
Yeah, far too short there by Janela Glasgow, and with no protection on the onside, on the boundary that is easily placed. And I just mentioned how well Cooper is hitting the ball. She continues on her merry way.
Yeah, she would be a bit of a struggle here for the Windwards. Pretty good batter. Didn't really get off in the T20 tournament. She's hoping to score some runs with Trinidad and Tobago here. It's Noel and Glasgow who has opened the attack for Windward Islands. So Noel continues. She'll be bowling to Mohammed. In bright sunshine. Just choking that up lovely to covers.
Yeah, 30 for 3, Trinidad and Tobago. Not bad going in terms of the scoring rate, but they've already lost those 3 wickets, so critically important that this partnership can continue for a long period of time for Trinidad and Tobago.
There has been a good partnership between the bowlers, Noel and Glasgow, doing the job for Windward. They have picked up 3 wickets so far between them. They have not bowled much extras. They have been here or there. Pretty good. Just on the off stump, putting the pressure on the batters. This one is run down to third man.
Yeah, I think it's a good call by Windward as well. Yes, we saw all the wickets earlier among spinners that they were used, but we did see Nadia Mohammed pick up 2 wickets. One of 2 seam bowling options. Not a lot of pace for Trinidad and Tobago.
Again with that open face, Cooper. No run from that delivery. There's a slip, third man, backward point, short extra cover, sweeper, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and also square leg. Trinidad looking to get to that total for Windwards. It will be very much dependent on these two. Cooper and Hooper. And Mohammed, sorry. Cooper looking pretty good so far. Played a lovely shot prior to this over. And this one is in the edge this time. Runs down to third man. So the score is now 32 for 3. Trinidad and Tobago in reply to Windward Islands. Yeah, 32 for 3.
Yeah, not bad going by Trinidad and Tobago, although they've lost those 3 wickets. But just to let you know some information in terms of how the winner is decided for this format. Of course, the T20 Blues was already held, and the champions, the Windward Islands. So it's quite simple. The team with the most points will be declared the winner of the tournament. In the event of teams finishing on equal points, the tournament winner will be determined as follows. The team with the most number of wins in the tournament. If still equal on points and wins, the team with the highest net run rate. Still equal, the team with the most number of wins over the other teams who are equal on the same points, have the same number of wins and better net run rate. If that's still equal, there will be a joint winner declared. So really simple. Team out of all the 6 teams competing in this tournament, the team with the most wins or the most points because of the bonus point system will go on to be champions of the tournament.
So changing the bowling here, Fletcher takes over the attack from Glasgow. She had a beautiful knock as well. Thought she gave her hand away. Really, could have really gone on to a big score. As Cooper sweeps.
Yeah, good sweep shot to pick up 2, but it is a bit of a matchup. In the last 3 times that these 2 teams met, Affy Fletcher has taken the wicket of Whitney Cooper. So it's a matchup that's in favor of Affy Fletcher for now. But as I said, Cooper has looked really solid so far in the middle.
Stifled appeal to the umpire was long as well. Pretty interesting. A quicker delivery from Fletcher, but Cooper was well stretched out in that front leg, not out as the umpire.
Yeah, quite a convincing appeal. Not enough to sway umpire Jacqueline Williams though, or the standing umpire at square leg, umpire Shannon Crawford from Guyana.
This one is pulled to square leg. Short delivery by Fletcher. Into the fence of 4 by Cooper. So Cooper going in confidence here for Trinidad and Tobago. Short delivery, pulled to square leg for 4.
Yeah, again, she's pounced on anything short in this match so far. Cooper, in fact, anything that's been poorly served up to her, she has dined on it. So with the field setting, power play is not yet finished. Those short deliveries, Affy Fletcher and Windward Islands, they have to try and stay away from them. And what you'll see is that they'll be punished.
Swan is sitting in the middle of the bat. Could hear that sweet song coming out of the middle. Picks up another single. That brings you over to an end. And Cooper looking more confident as this game goes on. Trinidad and Tobago have lost 3 wickets, still in the hunt for that total from the Windwards. Windwards, pretty much a comfortable position for them. Would love to have another wicket or two. But the Trinidadians would really love a partnership between these two senior stateswomen. That of Cooper and Mohammed.
Yes, it's 39 for 3, 9 overs. Change of bowling. Skipper Zeta James started well with the bat today, hoping to back it up with ball in hand, replacing Karina Noel. There's an appeal right away, not given. And no one was really paying attention to get the ball. Anissa Mohammed basically walked a single there, along with Brittany Cooper. But another near miss again for Brittany Cooper. Umpire not interested. Signal leg by. One is a full delivery that's served up. And Anissa Mohammed picks the gap to perfection. Yeah, what we've seen so far in this innings is that anything loose has been put away. So the Windward Islands, despite having that good score on the board, has to be mindful of the line and lengths that they're bowling. 44 now for 3. The width offered up there. Play and a miss by Anissa. A solid drive, but for no run to end the 10th, and at the end of the power play, Trinidad and Tobago women 44 for 3.
Fletcher continues to bowl for Windwards. Trinidad and Tobago 44 for 3. Sweeps. So another run to the total. So Cooper building in confidence here. Trinidad and Tobago continues to build in this partnership between Mohammed and the Cooper. Something that they needed to really bring themselves back into this game. They have done that so far as Mohammed sweeps again. And a wide signal by the umpire. So 2 more runs to the total.
Yeah, Mohammed finished as the second highest run scorer in the T20 Blaze. So that tells you that she is in good nick. Scored 133 runs in that T20 Blaze tournament. That one was hit uppishly, but no one seemed to got close enough to catch it. So again, lucky Brittany Cooper.
Yeah, teasing one, trying to turn it on the onside, the leg spinner. See Cooper trying to turn the leg spinner on the onside, hitting the outer portion of the bat and just falling in no man's land between those two fielders. Have to be careful. This is a beautiful delivery by Fletcher. This keeper is screaming her lungs out there. But no signal from the umpires yet. Not too sure where it came off of. But I think it hit the bat. So one was signal. No signal coming from the umpire. So 1 more run to the score. Beautifully bowled. Going to over number 11 here. Trinidad and Tobago. This one's a good delivery. Again. Just cramping out for some room somewhat. So Fletcher. Keep bowling here. Lovely. Bowling here for Fletcher for the Windward Islands. Beautiful total on the board. This one is stroke lovely down to mid-on. Came out of the middle of the bat. Could hear it from outside as it ticks. That brings you over to an end. So 11 overs completed. It's now 78. 78 for 3. Sorry, 48 for 3. I'm getting ahead of myself. Probably the evening taking a toll of me. 48 for 3. And so my co-commentator is having a laugh.
Well, I think Tobago will take that. 78 for 3 will be a decent position. I mean, they're not in a bad position right now, despite losing those 3 wickets. This pair has scored a number of runs for them in the T20 Blaze. So
Cooper continues to bat here for Trinidad and Tobago. The new bowler has been introduced. James, this one, Cooper is long forward, using those reaches to get to those deliveries. Really lovely to see. Pushing out, pushing it up to cover. This one is cut to backward point, wasn't fielded cleanly. Ricochets and she picks up another single, Cooper. Trinidad and Tobago batsmen pretty much compatible with the spinners. They are a country and island that has a lot of these bowling spinners, so they should be able to negotiate whatever has been given to them or they bring to the table. Another dot delivery being bowled there by James.
yeah, I'm just looking at the first innings on Windward Islands batted. Not a lot of tone was on offer. Let's see Ramara get some to turn, but apart from that, didn't see a lot of balls turning off the surface. So an indication that should be good enough to play your shots. And at the end of the 12th, Trinidad and Tobago 49 for 3.
49 for 3. Good comeback here by Trinidad and Tobago, losing 3 all the wickets. Windwards were really on a high there. Fast bowlers giving them an excellent start. But these two batters from Trinidad and Tobago, Mohammed and Cooper, doing a pretty good repair job for them. So 2 senior players as well. Cooper been around for a little while. Mohammed, we know the veteran from Trinidad and Tobago. She's been giving us support ever so often. As you said, she came second with runs in the tournament. That tells you how important she is for Trinidad and Tobago, the T20. Avi Fletcher continues to bowl for Windwards. This one is turning to mid-wicket. She wasn't certain whether she wanted a run or not, but Mohammed didn't respond. Cooper was almost halfway down there. She was then turned back. The fielder misfielded, but she got back into that crease safely. It's an easy single.
Yeah, you can see that's something that you can give the Trinidad and Tobago women credit for so far. They've been looking for a way to keep the strike rotating, particularly Brittany Cooper when she's on strike. And that's so important to chasing 226 for victory. Still a long way to go in the game yet. So important that this phase of the game, that they can keep up, almost chopping it on that time, Anisa Mohammed.
So that seemed like that was a googly coming back into Mohammed. Try to cut it in the inner portion of the bat and running down to fine leg where the keeper did the actually retrieving of the ball. This one is driving on the outer portion of the bat. It goes down to third man. She calls for 1. Would not be more than that. So another single off the bat of Mohammed. Score moves up now to 51. So 50 coming up in 10.2 overs. They have lost 3 wickets so far. Trinidad and Tobago. So Cooper stroking that lovely up to mid-off. Fielded there by the field at mid-off. Seems to be Noel. There's a stifled appeal there by Afi. Thought that she had her there. But not out, says the umpire, brings another over to an end. And at the end of this over, which is the 13th over, Trinidad and Tobago are 51 for 3. So James continue. Nicely played down to third. It is running close to the fence. Oh, does it go over? Brilliant fielded there. It's a brilliant effort. Just pulling it back just inside of the ropes. Saving at least 2 runs. So some really good feeling there by that fielder. Chasing that ball. So restrict them to 2 runs.
Yeah, really good dedication to the chase, Amir Gilbert, and then doing the necessary to keep it in. This is what you get from Mohammed. She's a smart operator. She knows that Taylor is coming left arm, so the ball is always going away from her. So just taking the opportunity to just touch it gently and almost picking up a boundary. But this partnership, they're looking a bit dangerous. 32 runs so far. Runs coming along quite easily for these two.
Yeah, good rebuilding here by Trinidad and Tobago. Two of the senior players. Oh, just squeezing through the legs of the fielder, backward point, and giving away an easy single. I've seen that so many times in the T20 tournament, and it continues to plague teams here in this tournament, 50 overs.
Yeah, you've seen quite a bit of that already from Windward Islands. They came out today quite confident with that 200 plus runs on the board.
Just Cooper hitting this in the air. She's out caught. Glasgow on the boundary, running around to her right and took a beautiful catch. It was a full toss. And she took a lovely catch going to her right. Trinidad and Tobago have lost wicket number 4, that of Cooper, but a brilliant effort there, a brilliant catch being taken by Glasgow.
Yeah, outstanding piece of work from Glasgow. Covered the ground quickly to her right and then just coming forward a touch, made sure that she held on to it. And they really needed that partnership broken because these two were doing it quite easily. Cooper has to go back for 28. Brilliant running catch from Glasgow captain Zeta James Strikes.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. That's the things that we keep saying. Batters are in the crease, they have gotten nice starts, and then all of a sudden they try to challenge the field on the boundary and they are out caught. So that is what happened to Cooper there, trying to go over the top, only finding Glasgow in the way. And Trinidad and Tobago have lost the 4th wicket. The important wicket for the win was that of Cooper. And a bad loss there for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, we were also just talking about the little bit of poor fielding we saw creeping in to the Windward Islands, having put in that score on the board and coming out to defend it, picked up those 3 wickets early, and then you saw some patches of bad fielding. But this piece of fielding right here, that's the kind of brilliance that you need to really lift the team to get going again. Yeah, but another dangerous batter comes out to the middle, Leon Kirby. Another veteran of the game. Uh, 54 for 4 now. Trinidad and Tobago women, a lot to do, especially after losing their chief run scorer from that T20 Blaze tournament in Brittany Cooper.
So 54 for 4 here, Trinidad and Tobago. As we said, they lost a chief scorer for Trinidad and Tobago, that of Brittany Cooper. Mohammed is still there. She's now joined by Kirby. James continues. First delivery, there's a loud appeal. Not how says the umpire. Pretty confident appeal that was.
We've seen a few appeals from the Windward Islands player shut down. Perhaps a bit too enthusiastic. Umpires are holding firm. And again, almost an appeal for possible run out at the other end, but Mohammed didn't leave her ground. And at the end of the 14th over, Trinidad and Tobago women 54 for 4.
Yeah, good cricket here by Windwards, taking every opportunity presented to them. A beautiful catch by Glasgow on the boundary to dismiss Cooper. That means Trinidad have lost 4 wickets thus far. And Windward seems to be in a pretty good position here. I think they have played some good cricket. The fast bowlers set them up pretty nicely from up front, taking 3 of those wickets. James taking the 4th. But they have bowled pretty quickly as well. They have gotten to 14 overs so far.
Yeah, they want to try and keep the pressure on as well. Of course, bonus point system is employed in this tournament as well. I'll update you on what the bonus point system looks like in this Super 50 tournament.
Savi Fletcher continues to bowl.
I think Windward Islands, especially players who have played with the likes of Leon Kirby at the West Indies 11 and Anissa Mohammed, they will know the threat that she possesses, Leon Kirby.
Oh, she's sweeping. The finger comes up. A straight, flatter delivery. Quicker as well through the air. And Fletcher have strike gold again for Windward Islands. Mohammed goes LBW bowl Fletcher.
Yeah, an appeal and a celebration would suggest finally I got one after Fletcher. She's been bowling so well for her team, just unable to land it on the right line and length to get that the umpire in the affirmative. On that occasion, Mohammed looking to play across the line, always fraught with danger against a leg spinner, especially one as accurate as Afi Fletcher. And the 5th wicket goes down.
Yeah, Trinidad continues to struggle batting here in these tournaments. And really good bowling here by Fletcher. She changed the trajectory as well. Bowled it flatter, faster, and it was lined up to the stumps. And she went for that famous sweep shot that she plays pretty good. And she missed it, and the umpire had no hesitation in putting up that index finger. She comes back to the pavilion, LBW, bowl Fletcher. And after a beautiful partnership between Cooper and Mohammed, Trinidad are struggling here at 54 for 5.
Yeah, no runs added since that wicket of Britton Cooper. Not a lot of balls in between as well before that wicket fell. I mean, look at cricket, right? A few overs ago, we were talking about how well the partnership was going, how easy it was for them to score runs. And within a few balls, we lost 2 wickets for no runs. New batter now is Brianna Haricharan.
Well, a game of glorious uncertainties. You could never tell where it is going and when this would happen. It all happens ball after ball. As it's been said, play each ball on its merit. Windward Islands looking pretty good bowling attack. This one is being turned and dropping dangerously in front of the fielder, trying to go to the onside again against the leg spinner. And fortune favor the brave.
Yeah, quite lucky there, Brianna Haricharan, a leg spinner herself, trying to play with a closed back face. Got a leading edge, luckily it landed safely. Much better from her, solid push. Straight back, very important there, Brianna Haricharan.
Yeah, Avi Fletcher continues to work hard here for Windwards. Both herself and Glasgow, chief contributors with the bat. She's turning it again, it's falling dangerously in front of backward point. Again, flirting with danger there.
Yeah, the skipper placed herself in slip at that dismissal of Anissa Mohammed, sensing an opportunity. Almost had one there.
This time she's driving it with the full face of the bat. Hitting the inner portion. Chickles out to mid-wicket. Picks up another single. We'll be happy to get to the other end as well.
Yeah, happy to get off the mark also. And finally the score moves on to 55 for 5. All the 5s.
So a good period here for Windward. 5 wickets, 15 overs. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Really, Station. Kirby's at the crease.
Yeah, it's a 50-over game. It's a game of patience as well. And that partnership between Anissa Mohammed, it was patient, it was easy going. But anytime it was broken, Windward Islands knew that they would see themselves back into the game, back into the contest.
So James continues. She's long forward to that one. Straight back to James. She does the fielding as well. Been encouraged here by her teammates to bat long. That is required of her. Trinidad and Tobago needs another partnership here between these two. As James continues to be measly here for Windwards, keeping things really tight, not giving away anything at all.
Yeah, still important though for Harry Charan and Kirby to communicate and try and pick up any singles and offer. Keep the strike rotated. Don't want to get sucked into playing a number of dot deliveries and then the pressure tells and then you look to be playing a loose shot on a delivery that you shouldn't be playing 1-2. It's still important to find the gaps here for Trinidad and Tobago.
This one's an easy single been taken to mid-wicket. Girls are a little bit disappointed with the effort from that fielder coming in from square leg. But she picks up another single and gets off the mark.
Yeah, good run. Kirby now has an opportunity to face. Right away, long on has been sent back. It's an area that she favors, Leanne Kirby.
So that quicker delivery brings you over to an end. And at the end of 16 overs, it's now 56 for 5 Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, just to keep mention of how the bonus points can be allocated in this tournament. In the first block overs 1 to 10, you score at 5 runs per over and lose less than 3 wickets, you can receive a bonus point. In the second block overs 11 to 40, if you score 4 runs per over and lose 4 wickets or less, you can receive a bonus point there as well. In the third block overs 41 to 50, if you score at 6 runs per over and lose less than 10 wickets, you can receive a bonus point.
Ooh, there's an appeal. She's gone. She went back to play to the onside, missed it completely, struck her on the back foot, and she's walking back to the pavilion. She have been LBW adjudged by the umpire.
Yeah, so a change right away after Fletcher. Despite picking up that wicket, they decided to go to Aldit Gaspar, and it paid off. Aldit Gaspar, someone that doesn't turn the ball a great deal, but she's accurate. And I think that was the undoing of Harry Charan, thinking perhaps that she could just get on the back foot and turn it, but Aldit Gaspar has been so accurate, even in the T20 Blaze tournament.
Yeah, Windward's having a beautiful day here with the ball and also the bat. So, Trinidad and Tobago, 56 for 6.
Tough going for Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, they didn't start well, but that partnership perhaps brought some hope to them, that partnership between Mohammed and Brittany Cooper. But since the dismissal of Brittany Cooper, they have lost 3 wickets for just 2 runs.
Well, there you have it. Trinidad and Tobago, in reply to Windwards, they are 56 for 6. And the players are having some refreshments, and we would have a break here as well at Sand Playing Field as we bring coverage for you for the Women's Super 50 tournament played here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll be back shortly.
Match Windward Islands versus Trinidad and Tobago. Windward Islands in a commanding position. Trinidad and Tobago 56 for 6, chasing 226 for victory. New batter in Karishma Ramarak, skipper. A lot to do. Has some ability with the bat. Saw her open the batting sometimes in that T20 Blaze tournament. Has a big job to do on hand. Along with Leon Kirby at the non-strikers end. So a maiden wicket over to start there. Albert Gaspar picking up that important wicket of Brianna Harry-Turan. And Trinidad and Tobago women, they remain on 56 for 6 at the end of 16 overs.
Yeah. Well, 56 for 6, Trinidad and Tobago. Really struggling here against the Windward Islands. Windward Islands had a really good time at the crease. And they are now doing a pretty good job with the ball. Trinidad and Tobago just doesn't have an answer for the Winning Islands today. It's happy to see them back on their feet because I really think this is a pretty good Winning Islands team that they have assembled here. Just getting the combination right. They have done pretty well today. As they continue here at Sandhill, James continue. Kirby is smashing that two covers. I think she's going to open her hands and play her game. It rushes into the fence here for 4. That's the way Kirby plays.
Yeah, getting off the mark in style, Leon Kirby. That big bat swing of hers coming down on that ball and just thrashing it through the covers for 4. Any weight offered up, she'll definitely pounce on it.
Yes, she's not small in stature either. So you know what comes with that bat, 3.5 ounces plus. This one is just held back a little bit by Zeta James. Smart bowling as well.
Yeah, much better from James. Slower as well. I think that's the best way to bowl to someone like Leon Kirby. A touch slower, just pulling back the length also. Much like that, beating everyone there on that occasion. It won't get to the boundary, but they still managed to pick up 2. What better line and pace on show here from Zeta James to Leon Kirby, who tried to get at the bowling.
Yeah, good smart bowling there by James. Just holding it back somewhat in the air. She was through a shot before the ball came through and it beat the batter and also the keeper and down to the fence. Didn't get to the fence though. So all of a sudden James has decided that you have to come to me. I am not coming to you. So good thinking. She bowls another dot delivery. First on a smash to the covers. So good comeback here by James. Again, Kirby is equal to the task. Plays that lovely up to covers where James does a feeling again. So Windward's having a relic of a time here against the Trinidad and Tobagonians women. This one is pitched up, flighted, smashed. Into the fence it goes. 4 more runs by Kirby. Don't go into a half. She would really take advantage of you there. 4 more runs.
Yeah, full. Just a bit too full there from Zeta. And Leon Kirby is saying, I'm not giving up the fight just yet. Still showing what she's made of. 66 for 6 at the end of 18 now.
Yeah, good fight back here by Kirby. Playing her hands, playing her end, doing what she's supposed to be doing. Once it is in her half, she would have a go. That's how I know her. And that's how she normally plays.
Yeah, that's what you get from Kirby. She's not going to hang around. So you know once she's there and she spends time in the middle, that runs are being scored. Some other results for you in the other games today. Jamaica versus Guyana. Guyana ramping to victory in 27 overs, chasing 77, the last 5 wickets. And Leeward Islands chasing 144, 50 for 8.
So we see a change in things there in the results. Leeward's being put under pressure by the Barbadians. This one is outside the half stump. Throw a kitchen sink at it. It is the outer pushing on the bat, looking for second. She decides no, she'll stay at home. So 1 more run to the total.
Yeah, Ramarak off the mark as well. An edge that flew over the lone slip there in Zeta James. But this should be a good matchup between these two. I think it's a case of you get me or I get you. Kenroy Martin.
Yeah.
Case that albeit bowls at the length. Tempting for Leon Kirby. A strong woman as well. She's hitting with the breeze.
Yeah, just going to mention that she has the breeze with her. So anything in her half, she would take full advantage of. So calling for a single, could be in trouble here. Oh, she gets back safely.
Yeah, a bit of an anti-climax after we built that one up. Leon Kirby just coming forward, quite watchful. to Aldit Gaspar. Almost a run out as well, looking for a quick single.
Yeah, that's something we see very often with Kirby. Pretty good strike off the cricket ball, she is. She turns that off her leg and call for a single. Fielder not being too alert there at fine leg. Still in a slumber somewhat.
Yeah, not alert to the fact that the players are looking to take a single. Really should have been a bit more alert and get quickly in there. Perhaps would have seen a run out or so, but they managed to squeeze another, these two. Yeah, 68 for 6 at the end of 19 overs. Looking to rebuild these two, Karishma Ramarak and Leanne Kirby.
So over 19 completed, 68 for 6. So 68 for 6. 6 wickets have gone. Trinidad and Tobago. The second half of this game against the Windward Islands. You have heard the results from the other games. Leeward struggling at 50 yard for 8. And the Guyana have won their game against Jamaica pretty easily. So this game seems to be very much in the Windward Islands' favor at 68 for 6. So we see some difference in the results here in the 50 overs tournament so far. So it's Kirby's on strike. Stabbing it down to backward point. Fielder is in the way. No run. Again, a quicker delivery and Corby is equal to the task. Just coming forward and squeezing it out.
Yeah, new bowler, another leg spinner, Abini St. John. Hails from Dominica.
Oh, this one is pitching on the leg side. It's getting close to the fence. Does it go? Hey, excellent fielding by a young lady there. So she saved at least 2 runs. So not afraid and love the commitment from her there.
Yeah, again, good dedication. Young Jada Tyrell, under 19 player, has already made her debut for West Indies under 19 team.
This one again, signal wide by the umpire.
Yeah, a wrong line there from Abini St. John. Has a knack of picking up wickets. What we've seen of her in the T20 based tournament. Just lacks consistency most times, but is a true wicket taker.
This one is given a little bit more air. And Kirby had a go, missed it completely. And keeper took it. Another dot delivery. So another single to finish that over. And after 20 overs, Trinidad and Tobago are now 72 for 6.
They require less than a run a ball, 154 from 180 balls. So that's not an issue for Trinidad and Tobago. But when you look at the wickets column, you think that they've lost at least 3 wickets too much at this point. But it's not over yet, as this is a full toss. So wait the signal of the umpire. It's been played just over the head of the fielder, and it's called a no ball. So it's not over yet by any means, as these two have the ability to bat and bat long, and we know Kirby has the power. So free hit, signaled by umpire Jacqueline Williams. Just trying to get their field right. 4 fielders are allowed out, of course. They can change the field because it's a new batter on strike. This one is a bit shorter. Not able to put it away for a boundary, but still get a single. And Kirby just using her crease, getting deep in the crease to try and access that one. That was badly lined, and it's called wide. So a bit of ill discipline now creeping in to this bowling unit of the Windward Islands. Still can't get it away, Ramarak. Looks like the game is between Ramarak, Bowler and Afi Fletcher at this moment. This time gets it to the left of Amir Gilbert, who dives but dives in vain. He still managed to get that single. Yeah, intentionally done by Leon Kirby. Smart cricket to get another single. So they're looking to keep the scoreboard ticking over any way that they can until the loose balls come that they can put away. So good partnership building so far by these two, Ramarak and Kirby. And now she gets the loose one. Just crashes into. Is it 4? I'm just looking to see. Yeah, manages to stop it just inside Ashlyn Edwards, and they get 2 more runs to the cause. Yeah, at the end of 21, Trinidad and Tobago women looking to make a fight back, 80 for 6. Yeah, it's a quick correction in the score, 81 for 6. "25 runs partnership between this pair. This one floated up, but hit straight to Holly and Charles on the boundary. And Windward Islands as well. Yes, they are in the commanding position. And they'll still be thinking about getting this game over as quickly as possible, not saying that Trinidad and Tobago are out of the contest. But if Windward Islands are to go on to win the game, they want to do it as quickly as possible, given that the team with the most number of wins will win the contest and most number of points, I beg your pardon. Yeah, the team with the most number of points will win the contest. A wide signal there. You know that you can collect bowling power points, and one of those bowling power points comes by way of bowling out the opposition. Yeah, just one fielder was interested in that appeal. Afi Fletcher at point. No interest from bowler or keeper.
Well, in a short version of this game, the short stint really, 3 games, you would like to take advantage of those bonus points. Teams would have to pay close attention as to how they get them and play in accordance. Because at the end of the day, you would want to know that you have taken advantage of those bonus points and you're in front once you're winning your games as well. You just don't want to play cricket. You want to take advantage of those areas that you have given you, score most runs, bowl teams out, and really be on top of your game. That's all it calls for.
Yeah, they sneak another single as well. So again, this partnership continue on its merry way. Yeah, and with just 3 games that each team has to play in the tournament, there's very little room for error.
Yeah.
So when you have an opportunity to get maximum points, have to ensure that you take it, or else you can find yourself behind the competition. There's no final in this. Yeah, that's a biggie. That's a massive hit there off the bat of Leon Kirby. She is a dangerous customer. And she is someone that will be threatening the score of 226. Outstanding hit from her.
Well, I thought that I had to go to Arnesville for that one. But I was struck with a mighty blow from Kirby. Really cleared the barriers, went on the other side, really as far back as I can see. A huge hit there by Kirby for 6.
Swan badly lined again and signal wide. Once she's there, Trinidad and Tobago will have a lot of hope. She has a lot of power. Leon Kirby. We saw that displayed by that maximum that she hit a while ago. Harder hit here at the Sand Hill playing field. 91 for 6, Trinidad and Tobago. This partnership has moved up to 35, so the highest partnership so far in this Trinidad and Tobago women's innings. Yeah, so Captain Zeta James realizing that he can't let this partnership keep getting away from them. She's turned to one of our key bowlers, Afi Fletcher, to get a second spell. Already has a wicket to her name. There is an appeal right away, but umpire Jacqueline Williams not interested.
Yeah, good start by Fletcher. Putting the batter immediately under pressure with an appeal. Good delivery as well, but not out, says the umpire.
Heard the advice the ball before. Don't go back. Play on the front foot, and Karishma Ramarak heard her just in her dugout and was fully forward for the next delivery. And again, quite astute there in defense. Karishma Ramarak knows the threat of Afi Fletcher, knows how important it is not to gift her a wicket in this over. Bowl that one a lot slower that time. Fletcher drawing her forward, but not forward enough. Nice little battle between these two. Just turning that one onto the onside and getting a single. So well negotiated there by Karishma Ramarak. 92 now for 6. Yeah, Zeta James is about to be reintroduced, but especially if there isn't a breakthrough from this end, I think, given how well they are playing the spin, they could perhaps look to go to some pace. Kenroy, I think the Pacers did a good job to start proceedings. And then you also have Holly Charles. I remember in the T20 Blaze, she came on and took 2 wickets in 1 over. 1 bowled, 1 LBW. So they do have other options to go to, but it's Zeta James for now to continue.
Yeah, I think they should at least revert to the Pacers. You're at the lower end of the batting, yeah, basically at the tail enders. I think you should revert to your Pacers and try and knock them over as soon as possible.
I don't think Karishma and Leanne Kirby will take too well to being called tail enders. Handling themselves quite well with the bat. Leanne Kirby, someone who has opened the batting for Windward West Indies. Yeah, they've been playing they had an opportunity. A better pick up there and throw at the keeper. Leanne Kirby would have found herself short. Good hustle there by Afi Fletcher. She was looking for the single. They've been dropping and running well in this partnership. It's a good spot there by Fletcher and Labini, backing her up to restrict her from taking that single. One hit a bit uppishly but safe to end the 20. Well, actually another ball remaining in the over. Thought that was the end of the over. Yeah, it is the end of the over. So the end of the 24th. Trinidad and Tobago women 93 for 6. Yeah, 93 for 6. These two continuing to fight for Trinidad and Tobago women. Partnership now up to 37. And Fletcher to continue.
Fletcher continues to bowl very well, keeping things tight for Windward. Remember, they turn at the crease. At the crease, they got 226. Trinidad and Tobago in reply. Yeah, now 93.
Again,
another good one.
Yeah, again, fully forward there, just beating the outside edge there, Fletcher.
Yeah, she should be called like a utility player, match winner, game changer. She's one of those impact players who can come and score runs with the bat and bowl very well with the ball.
And Trinidad and Tobago women, they can afford to do this. They can afford to see off the threat of Aki Fletcher at this point in time. Runs required still well below the balls remaining. So don't have to try anything against Aki Fletcher at this point in time. Yeah, the dugout, they won't mind this at all. They are quite in tune with what is happening out there. Well aware of how important it is for Ramarak to continue batting. One is full, it's shorter, sorry. She's pulling it just over Holly and Charles, and they managed to get 2. So an opportunity presented itself for runs, and she took it. So 2 runs from that Fletcher over, 95 for 6 at the end of 25.
Well, you take advantage of the bad deliveries, and that's what she did. And she swung it into the leg side, into the square leg area. She picks up another 2 runs for Trinidad and Tobago. As they continue to bat here, they are now 95 for 6. 95 for 6. So, remember that they're replying to a total of 226 scored by the Windward Islands this morning. So they have done pretty well coming back from the T20 tournament where they placed last, really. They were in the cellar position. And now Trinidad and Tobago asked them to play in this 3 days tournament, 50 overs tournament, as they see another change in bowling. Looking for that all-important wicket.
Yeah, and you don't mind this from the Windward Islands. and we've seen how well Kirby and Ramarak have negotiated the spinners. They've played Fletcher, Zeta, and Albit, and they've negotiated all of them quite well. So in search of a wicket, I don't mind them taking this option. So reintroduction of pace. It's Holly and Charles to bowl her first over of the match. Nicely forward into that, and oh my, yeah, not good fielding on the boundary by Ashlyn Edwards. Not quick enough to release a fumble, and he managed to seal a second. It's so important that you stay in the contest. Windward Islands, whether you're bowling or fielding, you're six wickets down, but the game is not lost yet to Trinidad and Tobago. Change of personnel, so Ashlyn Edwards has been called into the circle, and Jada Tyrell is now on that cover boundary. And again, not really able to get down to that Holly. I think there was some hesitancy from the fielders about taking a single, but the fielder on the boundary didn't really get in. It's a short boundary, so we are able to run in and cut that off, but another single nonetheless. Yeah, early on you had that big partnership between Glasgow and Fletcher of 100 plus from the Windward Islands. If Ramarak and Kirby can replicate such. Again they steal a single where it really shouldn't have been, but such is the good running between these two, Leon Kirby and Ramarak.
Yeah, good communication by these two for Trinidad and Tobago. So they continue to run well, continue to make their calls. So there's some positive cricket from them.
Just running it down. Nice soft hands there from Kirby. Very intelligent cricket on display here between these two. Playing the situation well.
Yeah, some good, smart cricket being played there by Kirby. That tells you she's been around for a while, so she's playing according to the situation and the circumstances which exist now. And they have been doing pretty well, these two together at the crease for Trinidad and Tobago.
There is an appeal, but heading down the leg side. Yeah, just think back to that T20 Blaze tournament when these two met. Yes, it's a different format, but when these two met, Trinidad and Tobago women were 36 for 6, and then came the introduction of Leon Kirby, who they had no answers for, which got them to a competitive total. And again, she's putting up a rescue act for Trinidad and Tobago women. As well in that over, 101 now for 6. And 26 overs bowled as well. So just require 125 runs for victory from 24 overs. 144 balls. Still a lot of deliveries to play with, and they're doing the right thing in this period of the game. They're looking to score at least 3 to 4 runs for over, which is really what is required. Change of bowling once more. Karina Noel, who opened the bowling, picked up the wicket of Janaba Joseph. Our skipper is searching for a breakthrough. Can she provide it? This one is hit with power and authority over the infield. And Ramarak likes what she sees from Karina Noel and picks up her first 4 as well.
Yeah, positive shot there. Smashed really over the fence into the boundary for 4. Really lovely shot. Really building in confidence here as she moved from strength to strength here for Trinidad and Tobago. She's playing a captain's knock as well. Pretty good. So 105 here, 105 for 6 Trinidad and Tobago. Just keep ticking things off here and getting stronger and stronger as the overs goes by. This one is neatly played to square leg. It's called for 1, she's back for 2. So this is a very important partnership being built here.
Yeah, important indeed. This partnership has now moved on to 51. No trouble at all for these two batting in the middle. Questions for Windward Islands. Where can they get that much needed breakthrough? Yeah, that has been too easy. And you take into consideration as well that, yes, Ramarak is a quick runner, but Kirby isn't as quick, isn't as fleet, as quick on her feet as Ramarak, yet they're still able to come through for those quick singles, even to a fielder.
It's all about understanding and reading your partner as well. And they have done a pretty good job between each other, Kirby and Ramarak. Really, as you see, Kirby's turning that nicely to square leg. She's called for 1. She's not looking for a second, knowing her speed and so on. So she picks up another single. So sensible batting here by these two.
Yeah, that's all that's required at this point in time. Especially if there are no demons in the surface, so to speak. The field is spread. All they need to do is keep taking it over. And they're doing that quite well. Easy going by these two.
Again, lovely shot. This one I think would find the fence. It does. Beautiful shot by the skipper. Piercing those two fielders and running over the fence for 4. What a lovely shot that was.
Yeah, that's in her area of strength, Ramarak. Seen her whipped one prior for 2. That time, much better timing on that occasion. Just hasn't quite found her line yet in this over. Karina Noel.
So Trinidad and Tobago, 113. 113, Noel continues. This one is pitched on the pads, looking to turn it again through square leg. That brings you over to an end. And after the end of 27 overs, Trinidad and Tobago 113 for 6. So Trinidad and Tobago making a comeback here. Really good partnership between these two. They started at 56. 66 for 6. And they're now 113 for 6.
Yeah, we were calling for a change of pace, really, given how well the spinners were. Well, Kirby and Ramarak were negotiating the spinners, but I think the pacers haven't quite found their line and length to these two so far. Have been too full or too much on the leg side, and they've capitalized. So Witt offered up again. fielder on the boundary does well, but can't keep it to a single. And he managed to get back for a second. So again, just the line and length haven't been hit well. They've just been too full. Holly and Charles been too full, and Karina Noel's over. Just too much on the leg side. But
well, Kirby and the skipper Ramnarak really doing a good job here for Trinidad and Tobago. Running the first one hard, pushing for the second, taking every opportunity as presented itself to them as she takes another single to backward points. So really good batting and smart cricket as well being played by these two.
and too much width on that occasion. So it's been really like that by the seamers. So pretty soon, the number of spinners that they have, they might find themselves going back to the spinners pretty soon.
Yeah, not finding an answer to this partnership so far.
You can't really fault them for trying the bowlers that they have. You know, you had a bowler that didn't bowl at all, and the partnership was going quite well with the spinners. So just trying something, just haven't quite found it yet, the seamers.
I'm back on strike. Really playing a skipper's knock here with Kirby, the veteran. Again. Just open up the face and run it down to third man. Picks up another single.
Yeah, Windward Islands, you have to find a way to try and put some pressure on these two. It's been free-flowing in terms of run scoring. Haven't really found an over or two that's been strung together since these two have found themselves in the middle to really stop the run scoring. Yeah, and again, yeah, smart cricket. Really lovely between these two. Cannot fault the sort of intelligence that you're seeing on display by these two batters.
Yeah, they're on a rhythm there. The rhythm has really got their way, and as cricket is being played, you know, you have to get yourself in a flow, and they have really gotten themselves in a lovely flow, these two. They are seeing the ball as big as a breadfruit. They're running nicely, they're calling, they're communicating, and they are getting the singles when they need it. So really good bowling, good batting here between these two. As we just got a dot delivery, one you haven't seen in a while, but it's really sensible batting here. Smart cricket by these two.
And then she errs on the leg side and it's called wide. So too many deliveries like that served up.
But it does happen. The pressure being reapplied to the bowlers. They were on top of the game before. Now the batters have really taken charge. These two batting well for Trinidad.
Short and wide, unable to pick the gap on that occasion.
$119. 119. $119 for 6, Trinidad and Tobago. 1-1 fills the basket. Keep knocking things around, playing very positive cricket, these two. And they are here now at 119 for 6. Simple cricket.
Yeah, the skipper has decided she's seen enough. Decided to reintroduce herself. She did cause a bit of trouble to Lee and Kirby earlier on in her spell, but once Kirby got set, no one seemed to bother her after that. It's so important now for Windward Islands to try and find the wicket as quickly as possible and break this partnership. Trinidad and Tobago doing all the right things so far in this period.
The skipper trying to break this partnership, break the neck out of this partnership, has been a thorn in their sides so far. Cooper and Ramnarak.
Badly line again. Now wait the signal from the umpire. Wide. So it's been a lot like that for Windward Islands. Number of poor deliveries served up.
Well, it happens in cricket when the pressure is reversed. Really, the bowlers are not responding too well to this. So they have to be careful that they lose their way here, Windwards.
Yeah, and they squeeze another single and a misfield as well. Really should not have been one there, but they managed to get through for a single. So what you've already seen from them as well, they've selected the fielders that they are going to take a chance to.
Has been very impressive about Kirby as well. She's been very selective when it comes to taking her chances. Once a ball is in her half, in her range, she takes that chance. Once it is not, she knocks it around and gets a single.
Yeah, and that's all she needs to do, really. You don't need to challenge the fielders on the boundary because the run rate is well within check. You just need to keep turning it around and finding the singles. Perhaps, from the Windward Islands perspective, maybe add some pressure to them and bring a little bit, one or two fielders into the circle just to cut off the single, easy singles that they've been picking up. And there again, this time they'll easily get two. A bit of frustration now creeping in for the Windward Islands.
Well, as I said, they reverse the pressure on the bowling team. They would win pretty well with the ball. All of a sudden, these two batters are in the crease, batting well, calling well, playing the ball on its merit, taking the singles, hitting the bad deliveries, and the reverse has worked very nicely for Trinidad and Tobago. So Ramrak and Kirby doing very well for Trinidad and Tobago here in the middle period. Pretty good batting here by these two. Sensible batting, smart cricket by these two. So 125, 125 for 6. 29 overs have been completed. So a really good comeback here by Trinidad and Tobago, thanks to Kirby and skipper Ramnarak, who is really batting well, supporting each other and playing some very smart cricket.
Afi Fletcher with 4 wickets to her name. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 4 overs remaining to her name. She'll love to see those 4 wickets in her column right about now, as there are 4 wickets remaining for Windward Islands. But these two playing it smartly for Trinidad and Tobago. Afi Fletcher, I think this phase of the game, with her being reintroduced, we've seen the reluctance by the Trinidad and Tobago women batters to really take her on. So I think this, possibly these 2 overs, if no wickets is taken in these 2 or so overs, will be a critically defining moment to this contest. So Fletcher about to bowl to Kirby, who's on strike. And there you go again, right away. Not looking to take her on at all, Fletcher.
Well, Kirby has been so smart through her innings. She have waited for the delivery to come to her. She have not really gone to them. And she's been very patient, very smart when her taking her singles. She haven't over-exhausted herself either. So really good cricket there by Kirby and her skipper.
Yeah, turning that one, looking for a single, a direct hit. But oh my, she's unable to release it. A direct hit and she would have been gone.
Yeah, those are the opportunities that when they present themselves, when people are batting as well as these two, you have to take. Fletcher went to the ball, picked it up, didn't really pick it up cleanly, and this camper another single. So, Pressure has been reversed to the Windward Islands team. Singles are coming easy, the boundaries when necessary. It's a really good cricket by these two. You must commend them for the way they have gone about their business this evening. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's important for Windward Islands to stay patient as well. They still have the game in their hands. Still 100 runs required for victory.
Again, easy single. Just turn down to fine leg.
Yeah, now it's down to double figures for victory. Yeah, I think every time you look up on the scoreboard and you see a run ticked off, as a fielding team, you keep thinking to yourself, where can you get the wicket? And you go searching, and then sometimes that's where the error bar comes in.
Well, they have reverted to their big bowler, Fletcher. So it's very important how she goes about in this spell. As Corby is very circumspect in the way that she's going about her business as well.
And the breakthrough comes by way of Afi Fletcher. We mentioned it, how important this phase of the game is. Survival of Afi Fletcher on the part of Trinidad and Tobago to keep her out of the game. Instead of that, Leon Kirby misses a straight one. She's crestfallen as she's walking out. But Windward Islands find that much needed breakthrough that they've been searching for.
Yeah, they got it from the hands of Avi Fletcher, but I think Kirby tried to play a little bit too safe here, and she got mixed up between aggression and safety, and she got out trying to turn the leg spinner through the onside. A straighter delivery, the umpire index finger goes up, and 127 for 7 here at Sandhill Playing Field, replying to a total of 226 scored by the Windward Islands.
A massive partnership between these two. 71 runs really threatened to take the game away out of the grasp of the Windward Islands. Still a contest here though, as Ramarak is looking good. She's on 28. But Kirby, a valiant effort from her, dismissed for 31. The new batter, Nadia Mohammed, picked up 2 wickets earlier when she bowled. Her team requires her to do a job with the bat along with the skipper at the other end. Yeah, this is 50 over cricket for you. The highs and lows. You don't really know which team is out front until that last wicket falls, really. Cricket in general. And nicely played there by Nadia Mohammed. 127 for 7. So no doubt spin will continue from here on out. You do have more options of spinners to go to. And you'll be looking to get these wickets in a hurry as well. Captain Ramarak at the other end. A brave fight from her so far. Looking to pull off a victory here for her team. Sailor James at the other end, about to start. I still have some batting to come. Trinidad and Tobago women. Know they have the likes of Shalini Samaru. I've seen her ability with the bat, especially when she played at the under 19 level. Not sure what it's like now, but I know that she has the capabilities. So walking this one to the leg side. There is a quick single taken, and oh my, it's suicidal. Zabini St. John is able to get down, but Nadia Mohammed unable to get in her crease. A good return to Fontaine, who whips off the bails quickly. Nadia Mohammed has a brief stay at the crease.
Yeah, you said suicidal. She pushed it off the mid-wicket. It was hit with some power as well. The fielder went to her left, picked up, and threw it into the wicket keeper, Fontaine, who had no problems with whipping off the bails. And immediately Trinidad have lost 2 wickets in succession here. 1 through the run-out route and 1 LBW. So the spinners doing the job here for Windwards. Quickly. 2 wickets falling in succession, 127 for 8. Oh, cricket, the game of glorious uncertainties. How things have changed all of a sudden. Trinidad and Tobago coming back very well. There's a 71 partnership between Kirby and the skipper. And all of a sudden now 3 wickets have fallen in the space of less than a run.
Yeah, and it's a similar outlook if you look at the way Trinidad has gone in this innings so far. The last 3 wickets quickly, there was a partnership between Mohammed and Cooper. Then the last 2 wickets quickly. 3 wickets rather quickly. And then there was a fight back between Kirby and Ramarak. And now here we go again, losing 2 wickets in quick succession. Can they replicate what they've done throughout the innings? And form a partnership here between these 2 left-handers. Shalini Samaru has just found her way in the middle, and right away she's off the mark with a brisk 2. And the peel goes up, but I was always heading down.
So at the end of 31 overs is 129. 129 for 8. Trinidad and Tobago in reply to Windward's 226. Good fight back here by Trinidad and Tobago. I love the fight they have put in. A lovely partnership between Kirby and Ramnarak, the captain. She's still there. But unfortunately, Kirby had was to leave through a straighter one from Avi Fletcher. And from there, they have lost 3 wickets, 1 through the run-out route as well. So Trinidad and Tobago here, after 31 overs, 129 for 8. Things not looking too happy for them these days at this point in time.
Yeah, it was looking like smooth sailing when Ramarak and Kirby were going at in the middle. It's a bit short, a single out to Tyrell. And oh wow, it's a fumble, and they managed to steal a second. I think the better result would have been to have Shalini Samaru and strike the new batter to Afi Fletcher. Instead, we've managed to get a second run. So again, when you have the game in your grasp, just letting it slip the Windward Islands.
Yeah, no pressure at all on the fielder, but yet you're making the simple of mistakes. You know, things you need to look at was just struck out to you. Just need to pick it up and throw it back to the keeper. You fumble and give an extra run. Seen this too many times in the tournament. Players making these simpler mistakes. Just some things you need to work on really. Need to polish up their game. Catching, feeling.
This one is in the air. And yeah, Fletcher takes another. So Jada Tyrell, you're forgiven for that fumble because Ramarak has now been dismissed and Fletcher takes a third.
So 130 now for 9.
Yeah, 131.
131 for 9, sorry. And skipper has played her hands and she has fallen to the victim to Avi Fletcher again, who came back and really broke the neck of that partnership between Kirby and her. She now walks back to the pavilion after a pretty good decent knock from her as well. Good support by Kirby.
Yeah, really good knock there from Ramarak, bringing the fight to Windward Islands when her team was 56 for 6. She goes back to 29 from 52 balls. Looking to just turn this one into that delivery into the onside and getting a top edge that settled nicely into the hands of the skipper Zeta James. And we always mentioned it. It was always going to be so important how they play the remaining overs for Afi Fletcher. And they haven't been able to negotiate her. They've been playing her safe. But still she's managed to find a way to break through. So Amrita Ramtahal also has some capabilities with bat in hand. I've seen her in the under-19 tournament. Seen that they've used her in the top order multiple times in the under-19 tournament. She's facing Afi Fletcher, different proposition. They're looking for a single. They'll get it now because of a misfield. In fact, a direct hit. It's a direct hit. Shalini Samaru was struggling to get in, just barely made it. Wow. Unbelievable scenes had she been run out there.
Yeah, there's a bit of carelessness on her behalf. Didn't really put any effort to get into the other end. She said she didn't want the run from the start, and you could have seen that coming through the attitude as well. So she got in, says the umpire, but that was pretty close to the end of the Trinidadian innings here. But some allowed cricket by that field at at cover, who threw it back into the stumps, a direct hit, but the umpire says not out. So live to fight another day.
Ramtal though gets off the mark in the midst of all that, but really close, a direct hit there from Janelia Glasgow. You cannot keep her out the game, Glasgow. Both Afi Fletcher and Janelia Glasgow really fighting a battle for play of the match here today. Glasgow with 2 wickets to her name, 73 runs, but Afi with those critical breakthroughs at the right time and 61 runs to her name also. Sweeping effectively. They look for 2 more. No, everyone says no.
Yeah, Fletcher and Glasgow playing some critical roles for their teams today. Batting very well together, and they're using the ball as well. They didn't bowl in tandem, but they really batted well for Windwards. This one is in the air.
Oh wow! She's everything happened there. She hit the ball in the air. Should have been taken. Then Samaru decided it's a run, but the fielder did not let the ball go. So she survives and brings that very eventful over to an end. 133 for 9, Trinidad and Tobago women. So Zeta James to continue. Summary on strike. So Ken Roy, given how the innings has gone so far, is this where they form that next big partnership? It's been much like that for Trinidad and Tobago women throughout. It's an under edge. They run quick enough, they should get two. Decide against it. But we've seen that they've lost 3 wickets early on, managed to string together a partnership, lost 3 more quick wickets, a bigger partnership. So can these two put on an even bigger partnership than that 71 between Kirby and Ramarak?
Trinidad and Tobago would love that to happen as at the game, as you said, as you examine the game and see where things went and where it didn't go well. So after the loss of 3 wickets, they normally have a good partnership. That has been happening on 2 occasions. But this is the final wicket. I don't think they possess the skills that the other batters had. So I'm not too sure what would happen here. It's left to be seen.
Yeah, certainly have some batting pedigree, these two. But there's a lot to do from here on out. A tall mountain to climb.
Much to do.
Yeah. So 134 for 9. Just a single coming in that over. Trinidad and Tobago women require 92 runs from 96 balls for victory. Windward Islands women require 1 more wicket. Just 1 fielder patrolling the boundary. Jada Tyrell at mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket. Every other fielder in the circle. This one is in the air. Karina Noel settles under it, takes the catch, and that's victory to Windward Islands women. Their first victory in this regional tournament this year. Unable to get a victory in the T20 Blaze. But what a difference 3 days make as they have pulled off their first victory here and the first match between Trinidad and Tobago, convincingly dismissing them for 134 runs.
Yeah, it started pretty good this morning for them, getting to a total of 226, well played by Abby Fletcher, 69, and also Janila Glasgow got 70 odd. Really good partnerships between these two. They did well and really propelled them to 226, and then they went onto the field and Noel and Glasgow started again and picked up 3 early wickets, and that broke the back of the Trinidadians. But a good partnership between skipper Ramnarak and Kirby pulled things back for Trinidad and Tobago, and then the reintroduction of Fletcher again, who basically is an impact player in this game. She has caused an impact batting and bowling and really drive the wedge into the Trinidad and Tobago batting and really cause them to be here at the end of this game, 134 all out. Brilliant bowling by Fletcher and Glasgow, and both batted very well for Windward as well. So good comeback for Windward.
Yeah, congratulations to the Windward Islands, and other results in today. Matches that finished quite quickly. Guyana versus Jamaica. Guyana pulling off a victory in that contest. And Leeward Islands versus Barbados. Barbados pulling off a victory as well. Windward Islands, so that will feel good for them. They had their opportunities in the T20 Blaze to win some games. Was not meant to be. started well so far. Of course, this tournament, the team with the most points will go on to lift the trophy at the end of it all on the 31st of January.
Well, what is important here is that they won this game. They scored 226 runs. They got some bonus points as well from batting and bowling. So that would be good for the Windward Islands. Not coming out favourites to win this tournament. Coming out last on the bottom of the table, really, in a T20 tournament and starting on a positive note. That sends some good signs for the Windward team. I've always said that they have a very good team on paper. It's just a combination of the players that really matters. And it's good to see they come together in this game and put up a performance that is pretty good for the people from the Windward Islands. So congratulations to them and a game well played. And congratulations to Fletcher and Glasgow, the two senior players, who really put up their hands today and did well.
Yeah, it started well with skipper Zayda James. Yeah, she was slow to get out of the blocks, but I think her knock of 38 was a good one. In the fact that there wasn't a lot of wickets lost at the top early on, and that is what we saw with Windward Islands in their T20 tournament. They lost a number of quick wickets, sometimes down 3 wickets in the power play. So I think that partnership between her and Afi Fletcher was so important to this outcome, and then that massive partnership between Glasgow and Afi to really propel them to that total of 225. And in this 50 over tournament, getting to 200 is always a challenging total. Once you get 200 on the board, it's always a challenging score. And I think the Windward Islands has set up things quite nicely to get to that total and backed it up with ball in hand. So I think they should be proud of their efforts. Trinidad and Tobago, though, they fought all the way to the end by way of that partnership of 71 between Leon Kirby and Ramarak, but just wasn't enough for them in the end to get over the line, as the bowling smarts of Afi Fletcher continued picking up 4 wickets in that innings and supported well by Zayda James, Karina Noel and Janelia Glasgow, also Albert Gaspar picking up a single wicket.
Well, as we said earlier, congratulations to the Windward's team. Well played to them. And it's very encouraging to see 200 plus on the board from what we have seen from the T20 tournament. It's good to see 200 plus being scored by a team and really coming out and bowling well. And congratulations to Trinidad and Tobago as well for actually putting up a decent fight against the Windward Islands ladies. A brilliant partnership between Kirby and Skipper, and really putting up a fight against the Windward's ladies. They are a little bit frightened at times. Didn't know what to do, but the reintroduction of Afi Fletcher really made a difference. But a pretty good game being played between these two teams today to start this tournament.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, really good to see 200 runs being put on the board, especially from what has transpired in the other games. Scores below 150, scores below 80. But do stick with us, as we do have 3 more games coming up for you on the 29th of January. And at Park Hill, Guyana will play Trinidad and Tobago, battle of the spinners out there. And at Cyan Hill, Jamaica will play Barbados, and Leeward Islands will play Windward Islands at Cumberland.
So there you have it. 3 games been announced for the 29th. We'll see you at the 3 venues, Cumberland, Cyan Hill and Park Hill, where the teams will battle in the second round. Windward's winning this game, Barbados winning their game, and also Guyana versus Trinidad. They won the game. So 3 winners, but Windward's winning comfortably today would get themselves some bonus points and probably would be at the top of the table coming into the next round. So congratulations to the Windward's ladies. Hard luck to Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations to the other winners, and we'll see you here on the 29th, where we bring you coverage of the second game in this West Indies Women's 50 overs tournament played in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the land of the blessed.